Where's the best spot to place a coral in your reef tank? It all depends on the coral that you're keeping and what their requirements are. So let's go over a couple of different factors of where you should place your coral. The first factor is lighting. You need to know if your coral is a low light or high light type of coral. With this tank, we've got pretty much all soft corals except for these two LPS here. And it is a nano tank that's pretty shallow, so there's not a lot of depth that you can put the corals at. So luckily they all have similar lighting requirements, which is why they work well in this tank with the lighting intensity that we have it set at. The second factor that you want to consider is flow. If your coral likes high flow or low flow. With these soft corals, they like relatively low flow, but as they get bigger, they're going to need a little bit more intense flow because they're just a bigger coral. We do have our higher flow corals, the two LPS here, more towards the power head and next to one of the return pump nozzles. So they're getting a little bit more flow than the other corals, but that's something you want to consider. And the last factor you want to look out for is coral aggression. If you've got coral that have, long tentacles that could potentially sting each other, you want to give them enough space far enough apart where they're going to have that space to grow out and still not touch each other. With soft corals, you can pretty much mash them together. And if you've got similar types of LPS like euphyllias, you can also mash those together and not worry about them stinging each other.